And now we move on to super macro, something that you must have not seen before. So I would probably want to show this with a twin flash. So let me go ahead and show you how we use super macro lens. But before that, let me show you the super macro lens. So this lens is MPE 65. This is something that you must have not heard before, and this lens nobody has spoken about before as well. So if you have not started a watch party, this would be a good time, so that others can know about this lens as well. Please start a watch party so even others can have a look at this lens. So how is it different from a normal lens? This is a normal 100 mm macro lens, and the highest magnification in this lens is 1:1. It cannot go, you cannot increase the magnification even more. You can just reduce the magnification. So you can reduce it to 1:2, 1:3, 1:5. This is reducing the magnification. However, the maximum magnification is 1:1. So the highest magnification on the normal lens that we use for dental photography and documentation, that's 100 mm macro lens, is 1:1. That's the maximum magnification. But look at this beast. This is MPE 65, and this is the minimum magnification that you have on this lens. Alright, so the minimum magnification on MPE 65 is 1:1. If you rotate it, you can increase it to 1:2. Then it goes on to 1:3, 1:4. Sorry, this is 1:1. This is 2:1, not 1:2. This is 3:1, 4:1, and 5:1. Look at this lens. This is not an externally focusing lens because this is not a normal lens. This is a super macro lens. It is almost like a microscope. This does not classify as an externally focusing lens because you are increasing the magnification, not trying to focus with it. Alright. So let us try and use this lens. This lens is for Nikon users. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be removing my 100 mm macro lens and I'm going to be mounting the super macro lens onto it. And I'm going to show you the result of this. For Nikon users, you have some bad news. As far as I know, Nikon does not make a super macro lens. You will have to go ahead and invest on a third party lens. So the third party lenses for super macro is Iowa. I think it's one company that makes a super macro lens for Nikon. People, oops, my phone fell down almost. People who know what is an extension tube. Does anybody know what is an extension tube? I have used extension tube for quite some time in my life. It is one way of getting super macro if you don't have a super. So you can use an extension tube as well. So extension tubes are also a good investment for super macro. I have used it for quite a lot of years. So let us see how a super macro lens is to be used. Let me mount my tablet over here again so you can see live what I am showing. So since I want to show you live, I have to use my twin flash, because if I use anything else, you will not be able to see on live. So I have to use my super macro lens on twin flash only so that I can show it to you live. Let me just fix the tablet for you. Yeah, it's fairly sturdy now, I hope. You'll be able to see what I'm going to shoot now when I put it on live view. Right, so we are all set to see the use of a super macro lens. I'm going to be taking the mirror back because I'm going to be taking the picture of the premolar. I'll get the premolar in the picture. Right, and I'm going to be mounting the twin flash on my camera over here. So first thing, I put the commander. You should not keep the twin flash hanging like this. It's not a great thing to do. So let me show you the image on 2:1 magnification ratio. So let me start the live view mode so you can appreciate how high the magnification you can go with this flash. So let me put the flashes slightly on top. So this is 1:1 magnification ratio. This is the maximum magnification that you can get on a 100mm macro lens. I hope you can appreciate that. Right? Let us see how close is 2:1. So I'm increasing the magnification ratio to 2:1, and what you can see in 2:1 is this. That is 2:1. That is just 2:1. Let me take a shot and see the result. This is This is 2:1. It's already quite heavily magnified. What I can do is I can show you all the magnification ratios: 1:1, 2:1, 3:1, and 4:1. There will be a better comparison for all of you at once. So let me go live on this. Yeah, so I'm starting off the whole exercise again. So first thing, I'll keep it at 1:1 magnification ratio and take a shot and show it to all of you. Yeah, this is the shot I'm going to get at 1:1. So this is 1:1 magnification ratio. Let me go behind, and this is 2:1 magnification ratio. Let me increase the magnification to 3:1. Now I think I'll not be able to see the reflection at all because it will be very magnified. If you like super macro stuff, this lens is a wizard for you. So it's really difficult to focus, but this is 3:1 magnification ratio. Let me take a shot and show it to all of you. Oops, I flashed in fire for some reason. I'll probably put the live view off and take the shot. Yeah, and fired. I probably want to show you how the shot looks. This is 1:1 magnification ratio, this is 2:1 magnification ratio, and this is 3:1 magnification ratio. You started seeing Pericar Mata already, if you can appreciate. So this is 3:1 magnification ratio. You can see I'm not even able to cover the entire premolar at 3:1 magnification ratio. Let's just blow it up even more. I don't need the mirror now because reflection is any which way is not coming. I'm going to 4:1 magnification ratio now. So let's just go to 4:1 magnification ratio. I'm going to increase the flash power because it's looking slightly underexposed. So let me show you what is 4:1 magnification ratio. I don't know why the flash did not fire at 3:1 onwards, but let me try it again if it fires or not. But I would probably want to show you live how 4:1 looks. So you can see I'm already struggling with the focusing of my premolar, and it's tough. It's really tough to use this camera lens at 4:1 magnification ratio. Yeah, so this is 4:1 magnification ratio. Yeah, this is 4x. This is 4x. Oh, it's not firing the flash. So I've got to put this off and take the shot again with the viewfinder. Oops, I have no idea why my twin flash is not firing now. Okay, maybe I did not tighten it, that's why. Let me try. Yeah, it's firing. Maybe it's because I did not tighten the twin flash, it's not firing. So let's try it on live view again. This is 4x magnification or 4:1. You have to stop breathing when you are taking such a shot because it's highly magnified. Yeah. Let me show you the image. You can see when I took the shot it was quite blurred, but this is what is 4:1 magnification ratio, and now I'm going to take the last shot that's at 5:1 magnification ratio. I'll be taking it live so all of you all can see. So I'm at 5:1 magnification ratio now. That's the maximum magnification ratio. It's going to be the toughest shot because it'll move a lot. Let's see how it goes ahead. So you have to stop breathing when you're taking such a high magnification shot. Yeah, this is 5:1. Yeah. So let us see all the shots one by one now. I'll come over there and show it to you so you can compare the shots. Let me delete the blank shots so that they don't interfere. Yeah, so I'm just going to get the tablet right over to you guys so that you can see the difference in all the magnification ratios. This is the first shot, 1:1 magnification ratio, right? This is 2:1 magnification ratio. So right now itself, you can see it's looking quite big. So at 1:1 and 2:1, you can see the reflections. And I have not even blown it up. If I blow it up, it's this big. So this is 1:1, 2:1. Now I'll show you 3:1. This is 3:1. Very little bit of reflection is seen over here. If you can appreciate, you can still see the reflection over here, but it's looking like a huge mammoth tooth. All right. Now we move on to 4:1. Look at that. It's looking huge. And now we move on to the last. That's 5:1. This is mammoth. This is huge. It's as if you are looking inside a microscope. You want to see the details of this? This is how sharp everything looks, even if it's 5x magnification. Obviously, since the depth of field is shallow, only this part of the tooth is sharp, this part of the tooth is blurred. So you have to do image stacking if you want to go ahead with everything that's sharp. But this is what you get to see in 5x macro lens. Alright, so we have almost finished. We have not almost finished. We have finished everything that we had to cover today.